So we're back inside the Terrorbyte, and we've got data sweep as our final client job that we haven't done yet. I've been a few hours since I did the last 3 runs, so they're available again. I can't do targeted data because I'm right outside the Live Invader offices, so you can't be too close. I could go back and do diamond shopping again, and what I have found, or what I like to do, is you can move to diamond shopping, do that one, move back to targeted data, do that one, leave the truck where it is for these 2, and then go back and do diamond shopping again. You don't have to keep moving the Terrorbyte during a mission. You park it, you use it, and you go off and do the mission, then you come back and start the next mission. The Terrorbyte is not a hugely useful vehicle for driving around. It's not fast, it's awkward. It's not intended to be the vehicle you chase things down with. I have tried to do these missions with random people that I'm trying to help sometimes, and frequently I'll jump in the cab and start driving the Terrorbyte, and I have to say, look, this is not the best way of doing this. You don't need the Terrorbyte apart from starting the job. So I'm going to do the final of the 4 missions, which is data sweep. This is the least easy one to do if you're on your own. It's just going to take a bit of time. It's not actually difficult, it's just going to take a bit of time because you have to chase down up to 4 different vehicles. You might get lucky and get the first one. Once you find the vehicle you're looking for, you then have to actually stop the vehicle without blowing it up. So you can't use missiles to stop the vehicle, you have to shoot at it. So you've got a choice of how do I track it down, how do I stop it? What I normally do is I track it down using the oppressor or a helicopter. Once I've found the one I want, I land that, steal a car off somebody, and use the car to chase them down. Being aware, of course, when they realize you're chasing them, they're going to start driving away. So let's start data sweep. Go away.
Do you care who you're working for? Yeah, no. The job is finding and securing data drives being moved around the city, and not asking what's on them. Get close to likely vehicles and run the SecuroServe hacking app from your phone. If it identifies the drives we're after, take the vehicle. But be warned, you're going to have to get pretty close to them to run the sweep.
So there are 4 vehicles, and one of them is going to be stationary. Turned up this way, and they have an arrow of the target vehicle just to help you spot it in person.
No drives, no dice.
When we get to about 50% on the sweep, they realize it's you following them, and they will try to shoot you, and they will try to drive away. The shooting is easiest to avoid by being directly above them, and that's fairly easy in the oppressor. You just keep your oppressor above the roof of the car, and they're not going to be able to shoot you very effectively. The driving away part is slightly more difficult to do because once they've realised you're chasing them, if you identify the vehicle, they're going to know it's you, and they're going to be driving away very fast. I see one moving here. So you see the oppressor works very well for locating the vehicle. It's not going to be very good for stopping it because I haven't got any machine guns. And if you do have machine guns on a helicopter, you're still going to find it very, very difficult to shoot the people inside the vehicle and not end up destroying the vehicle. The last one that's moving is over here. They hit about 40% and they realise you're chasing them.
No drives. That means
Okay.
that last vehicle must have them on board. Bring it in.
That's actually quite a good thing for this particular sweep, because I don't have to go right up to them. In my oppressor. So what I can do is dump the oppressor.
Shit's fucked. Oh! Oh! Hey! Fucked up! I'll tear you apart like a puta!
I'm probably too close to call my Kuruma in for safety, but let's just see.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
Yep, too close. And I could just go in this vehicle and I'd probably be fine, but I always like to be cautious.
I'll bring it to you.
There we are, didn't have to go too far. If I look this way, it'll probably appear on the road behind me. There it is. And I'm now switching to mouse and keyboard. Pull out my AP pistol. I'm not sure who's still shooting at me, because there shouldn't be anyone
Okay,
else
you've got this. I don't
out
know what
there.
we're stealing, but I know they won't want it stolen. Keep those drives safe and get them to the client. I'll feel a whole lot better when this job is over with.
So that actually went
And
very
other
easily.
crews can see where you are. Be careful out there.
Had I had to chase down one of the moving vehicles, that would have been harder, because I'd have had to get off the oppressor, steal someone else's car, and use that to chase them down while they were shooting at me and driving away. So it would have been a more difficult job. That said, totally doable. They're never going to escape completely unless you're driving something really slow. They will have to be on the map somewhere. And it's just a matter of chasing them down. Now all I have to do is drive this to a location which is out in the countryside, I believe. Whoops, doodles. Took that one a little bit too tight. Here we go down onto the highway. Fortunately, even the van isn't too slow. You saw the other three vehicles were all cars and armoured with bulletproof glass. Because there was no one inside this one, they make it something a little bit less defensible. But still by no means difficult to deliver. So I think the other 3 missions were all completed within about 5 minutes, doing them solo. And having a second person wouldn't really have sped them up very much. If I'd done the targeted data, I could have gone in with a drone and had someone ready in a helicopter or an oppressor. As soon as that target appeared, they could rush off and do it. But doing it in less than 5 minutes doesn't really give you any huge advantage, because you've got a cooldown on these missions and on the VIP missions. I mean, you could cycle reasonably quickly. This one is going to take nearer 10 minutes, just because I had to sweep through all 4 cars. I could have got lucky and hit it on the first one, and that would have saved a bit of time. And there you are. Job complete.
Your payment should be in your account now.
In fact, I might as well just call back my oppressor. So that could have gone a little bit quicker, but it could have gone a lot slower if I had to chase down the vehicle. So I tend to leave that one till last. So it's not difficult, it just takes a little bit more time. And that's targeted data.